Hi, welcome back everyone to another quarterly release video. We've got a packed session for you today, as we have also included the Intelligent Sales Cloud, also known as version 2, which we'll be including from now on in our future release videos. My name is Tim Paukovic, the Sales and Service Cloud Consultant here at Flexo, and I'm joined by my colleague Jeff.
Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Jeff. I'm a marketing automation consultant at Flexo.
Thanks, Jeff. We've prepared a very busy release for you today, as we have also included the V2 release features of the past quarter. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it and kick things off with Emarsys.
Thank you, Tim. So today I'll be talking about Emarsys, not Marketing Cloud. Marketing Cloud is now on a yearly release and not anymore on a quarterly release. Hence, we chose to pick some features of the latest spring release of Emarsys. They're the latest marketing automation tool of SAP. One thing that sets Emarsys aside from all the other marketing automation tools are tactics. Tactics are predefined templates you can use in several use cases. Basically, you can see this as out-of-the-box campaigns that you as a marketeer can just implement, hit it off, and start using. There, Emarsys has presented some new tactics. First of all, they presented tactics that are related to a new application, Mention Me. For those who don't know Mention Me is a tool that can be used to leverage brand advocates, meaning emails that you receive to refer to a friend, that you receive vouchers when you have a referral from a friend, those kind of tactics. They have implemented several tactics related to Mention Me. So as mentioned, to activate brand advocates, so the real supporters of your brand, you can now activate via Mention Me. And secondly, to promote referrals. Building your network is crucial. So the more referrals you receive, the better it is for your brand. And that can now be done via brand new tactics of Mention Me. Secondly, Emarsys is also focusing on industry-specific solutions. So not all industries are equal, not all have the same marketing needs. Hence, they are using industry-specific solutions. For this release, they focused on utilities. So think about your electricity bill, your gas bill, your water supply, those type of industries. And for that, they also implemented 4 new tactics. A welcome tactic when you just close your contract, a dual fuel tactic if you add an additional contract to your existing contract, a customer win back if someone left your company, and a planned power outage. That's not the use case you want, but it happens sometimes.
Best to prepare.
Yes, indeed. So that's for the tactics window. Then next, I also included some of the pilot features. These were already teased in the previous video about Emarsys on artificial intelligence. So now in the pilots, we have the AI product finder in the email. Previously, it could be quite, let's say, cumbersome to find back products in your email. Now, based on an AI-driven product finder, it's much easier, and within a few clicks, you can implement the product you need in your email template. And then secondly, the subject generator, this was already released previously in a closed pilot, is now open for all customers. And it's basically whenever you have written your body of your email, the system will provide you with a proposal of a subject. It will give you 4 to 5 suggestions. You can just select them and start using it.
Yep.
And then lastly, we have also an integration that has been opened to the wide public, also teased in the previous release as a closed pilot. Now it's open for all the public, and that's the LinkedIn integration. They are focusing on 2 main features: the building of audiences, which you can target in LinkedIn via an advertisement campaign. You will be able to track the results, as you can see on the slides, of that campaign, how many was their return on ad spend, that type of things. And then secondly, on lead integration, you implement a form on your LinkedIn page for requesting a brochure, for instance, and all of that information seamlessly comes into Emarsys, and you can use them for your next campaign. So that's it for Emarsys. A lot of new interesting features open for the public to use.
Exactly, sounds great. LinkedIn is a huge platform, so it's about time that we're able to fully benefit from it. So moving on to Sales and Service Cloud. There have been quite some interesting release features this quarter. One of them is the enhancement of the global search functionality. The global search functionality is the search bar on the top of your screen that is used to search data throughout the entire system. And SAP has enhanced this to also include add-ons. So now you can also search for information and data that is stored in the add-ons using the global search functionality. There have been a few welcome roundoffs in the Sales Quote Work Center. Opportunity ID is now available as a standard field to add to your sales quote view list, or list view, I should say. There's a new hidden functionality in the action button to mass remove all products. So instead of going through your products and needing to select them, you now have an extra functionality to remove them all at once. And also the output tab on the sales quote has been automated, so you don't have to manually refresh anymore when you want to view the PDF render. You can just click on the tab and the system will automatically do the refresh for you so that the PDF is available. New in visits is that you can select one or multiple visits and mass change the status for the selected visits. I know this is a welcome feature as the planner generates visits automatically, and sometimes you need to do a run to correct the status for some of them, and that has now been made much easier. Some prerequisites are that this is only available when check-in and check-out functionality is disabled for visits, and also you have to disable the scoping question regarding mandatory tasks to close the visit. In the add-on section, we have news in the intelligent sales execution. SAP has implemented predictive roll-up, which uses AI functionalities to forecast the roll-up option based on likelihood of opportunity closure. This will be available by default if your admin has already scoped opportunity score for pipeline management. Now we're moving on to the new section added that we will start showing from this release on, which is the Intelligent Sales Cloud updates, also known as the Sales Cloud version 2. Now we see that SAP is in a very rapid pace adding new features to the V2 system. So this will only be a small selection of what is new, but it is the features that we think are most interesting to you. One of the features is the improved changelog. So deletions from the system are now tracked, where they used to only track changes. Now deletions are tracked as well, and the UI filter has been improved. So you can now filter on specific objects to find if something has been changed or deleted. Extensibility is improved as well. You can now rename tabs and sections. You can create a code list without having the need to use a control field. Finally, we're able to use filters that the end users often use. So there's no more time wasted on manually setting up the filter each time. Furthermore, it's possible to add more rules and validations and to rename custom tabs. And also in language adaptation, there's increased coverage for UI tabs to translate them as well. What's new in the machine learning section? And I think this is quite a cool feature. It's the email draft recommender. So when writing an email for example, in a ticket, you have a case for a customer and you need to write a reply. Using AI functionalities and prompts, pre-existing SAP prompts, you can prompt the system to generate a response to the ticket. The case summary is also very interesting because there's a pane on the right side of the screen where similar cases to the one you are as a service agent handling. And when you hover over the similar case, you get the AI-generated summary of that case, so you can check, is the case really similar to what I've been working on, and is there any information available that can help me resolve this ticket quicker? And these summaries can also be auto-translated by AI as well. The data Impex tool is improved as it now includes import for pricing records. Emails, phone calls, and chats are now also available for import. So new templates are available. And the update mode in the data Impex tool is now supporting accounts, contacts, employees, arguments, and opportunities. Everything we've come to expect from V1 is now also available in the V2 system. Quick update on sales orders. They are now available for synchronization with S4HANA. However, it is in a read-only view. So you can synchronize them from S4 to your SAP V2 solution, but it will be read-only for now. And finally, in analytics, in the embedded SAC, SAP Analytics Cloud, there's a redesigned chart builder to improve the usability and accessibility for the users, making it more friendly to design your stories and have a bit more of a visual representation of what you're working on. And you can also convert existing stories to this new interface with the optimized design experience converter. Which brings me to the end.
Right, thank you, Tim, for the outline of the V1 and the V2 solution. I especially liked the V2 solution for machine learning, where you can draft up an email that will be quite handy for a lot of our key users. So thank you for joining. We will be back in 3 months. See you.
Thank you. Bye.